Good morning, tutor. My name is Irene Rodriguez, and today I'm going to share my lesson plan. Okay, so student's name Irene Rodriguez Poveda, grade sixth grade. And this lesson is aimed to adolescents, and the topic is the present perfect. So the main aim is that students will be able to use the present perfect tense in writing and spoken language. There are different specific objectives according to the ability that we are going to work on. So the first specific objective is to identify the use of the present perfect for events, to contextualize the present perfect through teamwork games, to practice through speaking activities using the present perfect, and finally to show comprehension developed in a workshop. The first step is the warm up. So during this step, the teacher introduces the present perfect by providing three short situations about some life experiences in order to share and speak about some things that start in the past and continue in the present. And finally, also illustrate the present perfect for events that influence the present moment in time to give the students the possibility to identify the present perfect structure. So, for this step, we need flashcards. The timing is 35 minutes and sources the images. So, wrote some specific examples, and the idea is that through all of them, the students are going to identify the different tenses and finally identify the present perfect structure. So then mm, the teacher are going to ask different questions. The teacher asks the students about the difference in these forms. Once the difference have been understood, so teacher returns to short scenarios and asks students related questions using the present perfect. Teacher writes on the board the different verbs that are used. For example, life experience. I have visited many countries in Europe. Which countries have you visited? Have you ever been to Italy? Past to present, my friend Tom has a number of hobbies. He's played chess for more than 15 years. Which hobbies do you have? How long you have done? And recent events that influence the present, that what have we just studied? Have you understood the form? So the objective in this step is that we have the opportunity to um, identify the different tense and ask questions using the present perfect. Okay, the next step is the presentation. So teacher start the class presenting a video. So it is a YouTube video with an excellent tools using the verbs, and then using the verbs work teacher access to the infinitive form of each verb. So during this step, the objective is to focus the activity in the verbs. So after watching the video, teacher writes on the board the different verbs to practice it with the students. So after having studied the past simple, students should recognize that many verbs end in ed, whereas others have irregular forms. So teacher draws on the board three timelines showing the difference between usage, life experience, past to present, and recent events. So the students helped by the teacher should easily be able to identify them and switch between positive, negative, and questions forms. Teacher must point out that the questions in the present perfect are most often formed with how long for past to present usage and have you ever for life experiences. Finally, for present perfect that affects the present moment, it's important that students understand the difference between the tense expressing just, yet, and already. as well as for and since for past to present. So for this step, we are going to use verb cards. The time is 45 videos and the resources is the video. Okay, the next step is the practice. So the idea in this step is that the students have the possibility to practice through the web. So an excellent link is the agenda web. So in it, we can develop different kinds of affirmative, negative questions, exercises. So the student must follow the different exercises proposed in order to practice and ask different questions when they need it. So for this activity, the resources is the web, the link proposed. The time is 30 minutes, and the sources is the web link. Okay, production, the oral activity. So in this activity, the students create present perfect using have you ever questions playing a true or false game using the questions along with the past simple to ask for given information. So each group of 4 students is divided into teams, team A and B. Each team is given a set of bird cards. The teams write a present perfect have you ever questions for each bird. Then the game begins with a player for team A. So he or she have to pick up one of the team's B bird cards. Team B then asks the player, then have you ever questions that corresponds with the verb. The player from team A answers yes I have, regardless of whether it's true or not. Team B then asks 3 past simple follow questions after the 3 questions have been asked. So Team B decides if the player answer is true or false. The player then reveals the truth. If Team B guesses correctly, they win a point. A player for Team B then picks up the Team A's card and so on. The game continues until all the cards have been used. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. So the objectives during this production oral activity is that the students have the possibility to interact through a game, showing the understanding and showing the correct use of questions using the present perfect and interact with their partners in through a motivated environment. So for this activity, for this step, the resources are cards. The timing is 45 minutes and the sources are the images. The next step is the assessment. So it is a workshop from the ISL collective. So students must develop a workshop to evidence their comprehension and it is going to be evaluated. So in this workshop, they are going to have the possibility to show their understanding and it is a good tool with nice images. And for example, during this workshop, they are going to have the opportunity to choose the correct options, to make present perfect questions, to complete the sentences with the suitable verb from the format box in present perfect, and then match to the pictures. So they are going to have the possibility to write down the correct verb and match with the images. They as they are going to complete the sentences with since or for, and they are going to decide which sentences are correct or not. So this workshop is an excellent tool, and they are going to have the possibility to be evaluated and given a feedback according to their results. And finally, an assignment that I propose is a family survey. So the students must perform a survey over the weekend to present and share it during the class. So it's going to be a nice activity because they are going to use the structure proposed. So, and at the same time, they are going to have the possibility to present it to the class, showing the different results. Using the most important is that they are going to use the tense in a correct way. So, tutor, thanks a lot for the opportunity. So, I'm proud because I learn a lot. I try to find different kinds of activities because we are working with teenagers. Are For them it's really important to give different sources and give different spaces to develop their understanding. So I think that it's going to have an excellent result because there are different strategies proposed. So thank you a lot for all the things, and that's it. Thank you very much.